Now on News 6 Mornings, a historic storm bringing record-breaking snowfall to parts of Florida.
Here in our area, many spots seeing rain in Marion County, and officials are taking precautions in case temperatures dip below freezing.
We're paying attention to local bridges and things like that have a potential to ice.
We've got live coverage to help you get results. Good morning on your Wednesday at 6 a.m. I'm Crystal Moyer.
And I'm Bridget Ellison. Trooper Steve is out on the roads in Results One. We'll check in with him soon. First, though, Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos here with the latest on this wintry mix across Florida.
Yeah, the good news is road temperatures are still above freezing. Air temperatures are just above freezing, and most of the rain that we're seeing in Marion County has pushed off. So it looks like that threat of those icy roadways in Marion County continue to go down. So that's certainly some good news, because at the end of the day, either we get a whole lot of snow or just rain. I don't want that ice. That ice is the scary stuff. All right, let's look at those temperatures into the afternoon. We're gonna be back into those low 50s, but right now it is a winter alert morning. Not the entire day, but still it's going to be chilly. We have winter weather advisories in Marion County. That's just bonkers right off the bat. We do have cold weather advisories for pretty much everywhere else. This has nothing to do with the rain. This has to do with those temperatures. Those wind gusts picking up about 30 miles per hour is making it feel even colder. Radar right now, notice Marion County, which was the big concern for some sleet earlier today. We did have some of that picked up on the radar around 4:30 this morning. That has shifted into mostly rain from Palm Coast all the way through Brevard County right now. That light, misty, beneficial rain at the end of the day. This is that winter weather advisory for Marion County, but it also extends up through the St. Johns area, through Palatka as well. Now, actual temperatures are above freezing, but when you factor in the wind, it feels like 31 in Marion County. It feels like near freezing right now in the City Beautiful, feeling like 33 degrees and 39 in Volusia County, which is why we do have this cold weather advisory because of that wind chill, feeling like those 20s and 30s for the next few hours. Kind of whiting out the view, though, we have a big blast of Arctic air. That still needs to make its way into Central Florida. As it does so, temperatures today are going to struggle to get out of the 40s, but even colder weather can be expected later on this week. We'll have more details on everything you need to know and when we can have a little bit of the 70s back into the forecast. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready to thaw out. Now let's check on those roadways with Trooper Steve. He's got your pinpoint traffic. I bet you got your seat warmers on right now.
At level 2. Yes, I sure do. Results 1 reading 36 degrees. We're northbound 441 right now out here in, where am I at? I'm in Lady Lake this morning. 441/27. Things nice and smooth here. We're going to make our way towards the villages and then just hang out in South Marion. But like Candace has said, thank goodness things are looking. We're not going to see much conditions when it comes to that wintry ice. But the roadways are still slick, and the conditions are still wet out here, so please make sure you're paying attention. Looks like I'm coming up here on either a crash or some type of police response. 27 at Water Oak Boulevard, so just be careful anytime that you see those flashing lights out here on the side of the road. Make sure you're moving over, and if you're not, slow down 20 miles underneath the posted speed limit. Guys, back to you.
It's all about safety. Thanks, Steve. As we've been telling you, Florida is getting hit right now with a history-making winter storm.
And snowfall records have been shattered in parts of the Panhandle. Here's a live look at I-10 now, where a 65-mile stretch of the interstate's closed because of snow and ice risks. And it's not over. News 6's Angie Casada is monitoring overnight developments with all of this serious weather to our north.
Yeah, guys, that's right. As cool as the record-breaking snowfall is, there's still some hazardous conditions. This rare winter weather is shutting down roads, closing schools, and has left many people stunned. For the first time in 7 years, snowstorm warnings stretch from Pensacola to Gainesville. Snow began falling yesterday, covering areas like Panama City Beach and transforming the Panhandle into a winter wonderland.
These conditions we're not used to in Florida. There's going to be a lot of people that have never been in conditions like this on the road.
Travelers on I-10 were forced off the road as dangerous conditions made driving impossible. Emergency officials have shut down roads and are urging people to stay home.
But if you're out there now thinking like you can just power through it, I mean, there will be accidents, and we don't want that to happen. It's avoidable.
Now, Governor Ron DeSantis has declared a state of emergency and activated the National Guard. With freezing temperatures expected to continue, he's urging everyone in North Florida to stay safe and indoors if you can. Angie Casada getting results, News 6.
Thank you, Angie. Right now, Marion County is under a winter weather advisory. There were concerns overnight the area could see sleet and freezing rain from the system that had officials taking precautions. Team coverage continuing now with News 6's Mark Lehman live there in Marion County now. And Mark, how's it going?
Well, it's definitely been cold. I told you last hour, the entire drive up here, we saw a constant rain. It actually let up within the last 45 minutes or so. There was the possibility of sleet because of the cold temperatures here in Marion County. This is what we're looking at right now. This is the News 6 Pinpoint Weather app. It is 35 degrees at this point here where we're at in Marion County, but it's expected to drop a few degrees, even below freezing over the next couple of hours or so. Now, here yesterday in Marion County, shelters were preparing for the cold weather. Ocala's Salvation Army expanded occupancy for those needed to seek refuge. Now, Marion County Schools announced they're remaining open, but outdoor activities for the district are canceled today and tomorrow. Now, for the sheriff's office, the main concern is the possibility of ice forming on the road, especially on bridges.
We want to be ready just in case we do get that black ice. And yes, we are looking for that, and particularly and specifically at our bridges.
Now, black ice is a thin layer of ice that can form on the road and is especially dangerous because it's very difficult to see. And while deputies are out on the lookout for that, the latest update from them is that there are no bridge closures at this time, but things are being monitored. Now, the main thing they're urging is caution for anyone out driving on the roads, as that winter weather advisory remains in effect until 10 this morning. For now, reporting live in North Marion County, Mark Lehman, getting results, News 6.
Try to stay warm out there, Mark. Thanks. Florida's certainly not alone with this storm. A state of emergency is also in effect in nearly 40 counties in Alabama. The city of Mobile shattered its all-time snowfall record as of last night, with the snow making it nearly impossible to travel in some spots. Louisiana was also hit hard. New Orleans saw its first measurable snowfall since 2009. The city hired a company out of Indiana to help clear the streets, but warns some of those areas won't be plowed until tomorrow.
And the winter storms forced the shutdown of several major airports across the state. Jacksonville International closed last night and is expected to reopen at noon. It's the same situation at Tallahassee International. Pensacola International also closed right now, but has not said when it will reopen. While Orlando International Airport is open, all those closures, of course, trickling down, impacting flights. We checked so far this morning, nearly 24 cancellations, with that number expected to build. And when the weather gets bad, make sure you have the News 6 weather app. It's free to download, and you can pinpoint conditions right down to your neighborhood, as well as get alerts about advisories or warnings that are popping up. Search WKMG in your app store.